We're focusing on your woods, and your answers indicate you have what we would call a pull, so a shot that starts to the left of target and then flies reasonably straight. You've also told us that your preference would be to play with a draw, so a shot that starts to the right of target and then curves back to the left through the air. The pull is caused by an out to in swing path, where the club head is moving to the left of target through impact, and a square face. When the club face points in the same direction as the club head is travelling, you have a straight ball flight. For the draw, we need an in to out swing path, where the club head is travelling to the right of target through impact, and we need a closed face. When the face points to the left of the direction of the swing, the ball curves to the left through the air. First, we're going to focus on the swing path. I've got a couple of sticks on the ground to use as reference lines. They start just outside the toes of my right foot, and they're set in a V shape. If they are standard length alignment sticks, the distance between the end of the sticks would pretty much match the length of your club shaft. Now the first thing to notice would be, if we took the club to the top and I asked you to put your club shaft on top of the orange stick, you would make what most people call an over the top move. And that puts the club head on the outside of the target line, meaning it's going to move from out to in through impact. On the other hand, if I was to ask you to put the club shaft on top of the white stick, you would move the club down, what you might call behind you more, and this puts the club in a position where we can release the club head from in to out across the target line. So with the in to out path we need, the only thing to add to that is a closed club face. Now it's important to understand that with all golf swings, the face opens as we go from set up to the top of the swing. So the club is rotated in a way that the face opens, and that means we have to rotate it back to get the face in an appropriate position for the shot we're trying to hit. The opening and closing of the face, if we look at how we hold the club, is caused by twisting the grip to the right to open and to the left to close. So you will be twisting the grip to the right as you swing up to the top, but you won't be twisting it to the left enough to get the face to where we want it. So if we can add some twist on this grip to the left as you swing from the top of the swing down to impact, we will get you to close the face for the draw we need. So first we're going to use our same reference point, which is the white stick. If you place the club in this position and twist the grip to the left, you'll see the face rotate down towards the ground. And this is us taking the club face from open towards closed. Now it won't be closed yet, but at least we're doing some of the work with the first part of the downswing and not leaving it all to the end. So if you can recognize the feeling of twisting the grip, which is closing the face, you can then add that feeling as you go from the top down to this delivery position. Now from here we need to finish the job. So if I place the club in this position, what you'll notice is the logo of my glove points ahead of me. If I release the club down to where the ball would be, and I keep the logo of the glove pointing ahead of me, the face is open. On the other hand, if I can get the logo of the glove to rotate towards the target by the time the club reaches impact, you'll notice that the club face matches that rotation and squares up. So if I can get this logo of the glove to rotate back towards the target and beyond, I can get the club face to go from open to square to closed. So, back to setup. We want first part of the downswing behind us with some rotation of the face, pointing it down at the floor. We then want the club to approach impact from in to out with some more rotation of the face, where the logo of the glove is rolling towards the target, the toe of the club is overtaking the heel into impact, and that gives us the in to out swing path and the closed club face we want for our draw. So initially you're doing these things in stages. One with a twist, 2 is into impact with the twist, and then maybe do some slow motion full practice swings. And you're trying to recognize these moves. Down, swing out to the right, make sure you're twisting the club as you go through these moves. And once the swing starts to flow, it's time to hit a ball, because the golf ball is going to tell you whether you're doing it enough or you need to add more of these feelings. So take the setup, do a couple of rehearsals first, try and exaggerate the moves to begin with, and then hit a shot.